Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Sri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. The future life of the Yoga Bhrashta is explained. 41st Sloka. Prapya Punya Krutam Lokan Ushitva Shashvatihi Samaha Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashtobhijayate. Substance. The yogi fallen from yoga attains to the worlds of the good, and having lived there many years, is born in the house of the pure and prosperous. Commentary. The Lord traces the life course of sadhakas who die without attaining perfection in yoga. They go to the worlds of the good, live there for many years, and then they take birth in a pure and prosperous home. They take up the thread of sadhana that was snapped by death in the middle. They enjoy life in the highest worlds, and when they come to the earth again, they are prosperous. Let it not be misunderstood that they revel in gold and destroy themselves by abusing their wealth. The Lord states Suchinam of the pure first, and next Srimatam of the wealthy. Purity first and prosperity next. They do not suffer the pains of poverty, and at the same time, their home is full of sanctity and purity. Such a spiritual home, free from the torments of poverty, is most congenial for sadhana. If he is poor, he has to fritter away part of his life and energy for eking out his livelihood. If he is wealthy, he may lose himself in material pleasures. Pure and prosperous homes provide the best training ground for spiritual practice. If, however, one is asked to choose between the two, he has to choose the pure in preference to the wealthy. The theory of reincarnation, Punarjanma, has already been stated in the second discourse. Verses like Dehi nosmin yata dehe, etc. and here Prapya Punyakrutam Lokan, etc. prove that there is a continuity in the life of man from birth to birth. Question. What is the state of Yoga Bhrashta after death? Answer. He goes to the higher worlds, and after enjoying there for many years is reborn in a pure and prosperous home. He continues the sadhana from the point where he left in his previous life. The future of the dedicated yogi is explained. 42nd Sloka. Athava yoginameva kule bhavati dhimatam etadhi durlabhatharam loke janma yadidrusham. Substance. Or he is born in the family of the wise yogis. This kind of birth is indeed very difficult to attain. Commentary. The verse refers to aspirants who have reached higher levels of yoga. They are superior to the common yoga bhrashta, and hence they are born in the family of the wise yogis. Such a birth, says the Lord, is very difficult to attain, because they are men of knowledge. Having reached the Atmic state and being born as the children of the wise provides the best opportunity for self-realization. We find that mighty spiritual men were born to parents who had done a great tapas. The atmosphere in such homes is saturated with divine fragrance. They breathe the atmosphere and feel the very presence of God. What more does the aspirant require to complete his yoga and attain perfection? People wish to be born in the lineage of kings, princes, and millionaires. Of what avail is it except to get further entangled in the meshes of Maya and suffer the inevitable penalties of earthly life? The wise man desires to be born in the line of yogis so that he could attain perfection in the shortest possible time. The Lord declares here that birth in the family of yogis is very difficult to attain. Durlabhataram. Question. What is the future of the yogi of high caliber? Answer. He is born in the family of the yogis. The idea is that even from childhood he practices yoga and attains perfection more easily and more quickly than others. Question: what is the best birth for an individual? Answer: birth in the family of Jnanis and Yogis is the best. The Lord explains how he would live and what he would do being born in the family of yogis. 43rd Shloka. Tatra tam buddhi samyogam labhate paurvadaihikam yatate cha tato bhuyaha samsiddhau kurunandana. Substance. O Arjuna, being born in the family of yogis, he gets the yogic intellect transmitted from his previous birth and again arrives for perfection in yoga. Commentary. The theory of reincarnation is explained in greater detail here. Though the body is dead and gone, yet the mind, with all the impressions acquired in previous births, live on, and when the jiva takes another body, the former mental endowment comes to him. So he continues the sadhana exactly from the point where it comes to an end, when the body fell. Nothing is lost in death except the fleshy tabernacle. There is a continuity from birth to birth, and the chain continues till the moment when liberation is attained and the mind with all its samskaras is destroyed. This view of rebirth is only possible explanation for the disparity in the mental makeup of different individuals as we see them. The good thoughts, feelings, and actions of the past create a natural propensity for good things in this life. Even so, the bad thoughts and deeds done in the past produce a natural inclination to evil in this life. So, it is a warning to all to be careful of what force they are generating at the present moment. They should realize that they are accumulating samskaras and giving a special direction to their future life by their thoughts and actions at the present moment. Let no one complain that he is bad because society or circumstances made him bad. He has himself created the bad in and around him, and he should shoulder full responsibility for what he is in the present birth. He is the maker of his own destiny. He reaps what he sows. From this, we understand that good and bad, knowledge and ignorance follow every being like a shadow from birth to birth. When the entire karma is destroyed in the fire of Jnana, then there is no more any shadow because there is no more any separate individual as such. So, even before the body falls, man should enlighten his intellect and give it perfect knowledge. By several kinds of spiritual practices, he should instill divine tendencies. Those alone follow man after death. All other things, the dearest and the most precious, are left behind. The wise man should therefore purify the subtle body and instill divine flavor and knowledge, as nothing that is done goes to waste. The little japa, tapas, knowledge, dana, and dharma will bear fruit in the next life and make the spiritual journey easier and quicker. Question: being born in the family of yogis, what should man do? Answer: he should complete and bring to perfection the yogic practice which he kept unfinished in the previous birth. Question: how does he acquire yogic samskara from the moment of birth? Answer: his past sadhana, preserved in the middle, is reborn with him, and so he obtains it as his natural endowment. The power of the yogic samskara is stated. 44th Sloka. Purvabhyasena tenaiva hiyate hyavashopi saha jignasurapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. Substance. By the force of practice in the previous birth, he is drawn to yoga without his volition. Though desirous only of the knowledge of yoga, he transcends the Karmakanda of the Vedas. Commentary. From this, we understand the force of samskaras acquired in previous births. Even without any volition on his part, he is drawn to yoga. This is due to the mysterious power of nature acting through past experience. As the fish takes to water, as the bird takes to the air, he, the yoga brashta, takes to yoga. Past thoughts and habits of life, whatever they may be, fulfill themselves in the present birth. We come across persons who are born with vairagya, whom no temptations can draw down into the mire of samsara. Just so, we find persons steeped in samsara in spite of all the disasters and calamities of life. So, past yogic practice drives him to take to yoga without his being aware of any special effort on his part. He cannot remain idle. It is the duty of all seekers to do as much of spiritual sadhana as he can, so that when he takes a new birth, he can rise to higher and higher planes of self realization. The second line of the verse reveals the transcendental power of yoga, union with the self. Even by thinking of the law of yoga, he transcends all the Vedic lore and Shastric learning and directly rises to the supreme state. Here, Shabda Brahma may mean either the fruits of Vedic rites and rituals or indirect knowledge arising from the study of the Shastras. From this, we understand the power of yoga, which leads to union with Brahman. If by merely thinking of yoga he can transcend the lower level, what reward he would get by actual practice can be imagined. Question: how does the yoga brashta take to yoga? Answer: he is drawn to it even without his volition by the power of past experience. Question: what is the excellence of yoga? Answer: it enables him to rise above all shastras and Vedic lore.